Wouldn't it be cool if we had a crystal ball that would tell us upcoming trends that we should be talking about on social media? Well, I may not have that crystal ball, but I do have some topics that you need to start preparing for right now. I cannot wait to share what these topics are because they are going to impact your business tremendously. Are you ready to learn what they are? I'm ready to share them. Episode 261 starts right now. Hey there, welcome to the Lora Shipman Show. We hang out here weekly to talk about things like social media, entrepreneurship, marketing, tools, strategies, tips, and it all starts right now. Hey there, before we get started with the show, I just want to share my passion with you. I love teaching people just like you how to master social media for business, breaking it down into easy to consume and easy to execute steps so that you can see immediate results. So whether you want to start a social media consultancy or grow your brand's presence on social media, I can help. I can help you get started and master all the things that you need to know. So I want you to go over to my website. It is filled with resources, tools, tips, and courses. Visit lorashipman.com. That's LORA shipman.com to get all the goods. Now, you ready for the show? I know I am. Let's get started. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I am so glad you are here with me today because today we are talking all about different trends you need to be preparing for. Now, a lot of times during the summer months, we tend to go a little bit slower. You know, those dog days of summer catch up with us. The kids are out of school. We have family vacations planned, especially after the whole COVID incident that we've been experiencing. Nobody's been anywhere, so people are making lots of plans. So it's going to be easy to get distracted and not think about upcoming trends that we really need to focus on. Now, I have about 7 different trends that we should be focusing on right now. And you're really going to thank me for pushing you to do this, even though this is something you really don't want to think about right now because you think you have a bunch of time available or time to start preparing for this stuff. But honestly, it creeps up faster than you can even imagine. So we're going to jump right into it. So the first trend that you can really start thinking about crafting for your social media marketing platform is back to school. Nobody wants to think about back to school right now, especially with the summer just kicking off. However, if we put together some outlines of what kind of promos we're going to have ready for back to school, what kind of organizational things we can offer our audience, what kind of tutorials and how-tos that we can put out there on social media now, the work is done for us. So while you're at the pool, at the beach, on an airplane, a train, a car ride, and you've got some downtime on your summer vacation, start thinking about what those back to school conversations are going to look like with your audience. And we're not only talking about conversations, we're talking about, like I said, promotions that you might be having, any sort of product launches or service launches that you want to get out into the world. Now is the time to start thinking about that so you can have a huge, successful launch come the fall. Okay, so let's talk about some of the festivities that happen during the fall and during the holidays that you can start getting prepared for and maybe come up with some post ideas ahead of time. The secret to holiday prep in the fall festivities is being prepared and batching, so when things get busy, you're not flying around like a chicken with its head cut off, looking for ideas, looking for things to post. It's already done for you and you're being proactive. So for Halloween, let's start there first. Here's a couple of ideas that you can use for posts in the future. Consider taking your audience on a tour of your town during Halloween. What does your town look like during Halloween? What are the festivities that are going on? Use Halloween puns. They're so much fun and they give you a little chuckle every time you read them or see people using them. Just Google it. You'll find tons of Halloween puns and it'll be a great way to promote your business with a theme of the season. I love those. Create games, polls, and contests. Again, those are all things that you can Google. Pinterest is a great little resource for coming up with those sort of things. take your audience on an office or a venue tour, wherever it is that you work. Let people see how you're getting ready for the season. So much fun. And then don't forget to show off your costume. And if you have fur babies that love to dress up, or even your kids, and you want to share what you're doing for Halloween, go ahead, show them in their costume, or getting their costume ready, or carving that pumpkin. Whatever it is that you do to celebrate the season, bring your audience along for the ride. Okay, so here are some ideas that you can start to percolate for the fall season in general is do things like a fall bingo or a fall bucket list. This makes your account fun and engageable, if that's even a word. People will start engaging with your content more if you give them the content to engage with. So fall bingo or fall bucket list is a lot of fun. You can also come up with a little quiz that is what your favorite Halloween candy says about you. This makes your account, again, fun, but also memorable because you're doing something that not a lot of people may be doing. Or you may want to share your favorite pumpkin recipe or pumpkin coffee, whatever pumpkin that you can fit into your life. Share it with your audience because that makes you relatable. Everybody is in the pumpkin frenzy during the fall season, so play on that. Use that to your advantage. Okay, so you get the gist of where I'm going with that. Just start writing down ideas so that you're not trying to come up with these at the last minute. What I might do is suggest using a fall prep notebook, or actually a fourth quarter prep book, because you've got fall, you've got Halloween, and then you've got the holidays, Thanksgiving, then the December holidays come into play, and then the new year. So you're going to have a lot of ideas and a lot of promotions, a lot of things going on. So if you can keep that centralized in one location, you're going to be so much happier. So you're not, like I said, running around like a chicken with its head cut off, looking for things to talk about. You've got it all planned out. And throw in a little content calendar along with it so you know what you're posting and when and why you're posting it. You want to figure out, well, what are my goals during this season? Is it to gain brand awareness? Is it to get conversions? Is it to get new leads? Figure out what those are, and then figure out what kind of posts you need to create to make those goals a reality. Okay, so going on into holiday prep. Here's some things. I just kind of said a little bit of what you should be doing. The first one is you want to create a posting schedule so that you know when you're posting promo items, when you're posting relatable content, how often you're going to be posting, what the goals of those posts should be. And then your content calendar should also include when you're going to have sales, maybe Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, what promos you're going to have, the launches that you're going to do, and then make sure on that content calendar you list all the holiday dates, not just the big ones, but the smaller ones too. Make sure you're aware of all the holidays and how you're going to celebrate them with your audience. Now, you want to make sure you walk a very fine line here because it is easy to fall into promo and sales mode where all you're doing is pitching yourself, your business, your brand, your products, your services. You want to take the position also of a resource for your audience because just as busy as you are, they are too. And if you can be that helpful resource during the holiday season, your audience is going to trust you more. They're actually going to like you more because you're not selling to them every time they turn or swipe through your social media pages. So figure out how you can be a resource to your audience. Maybe it's things like creating a gift guide or a survival guide, a holiday survival guide, or your best tips for the holidays to make it cheerful or festive for your family and your friends. Get creative. Think about how you can be a resource during this time rather than a sales pitch, but you will also sprinkle in your promos and your sales and all of those things too. But we just want to make sure we're not only sales focused because that will turn people off because people are going to get major messages of sales throughout the holiday season. So again, the reason why we're talking about this in June is it is a lot to think about before the holidays roll around. Okay, let's talk Black Friday. There's some strategy. Actually, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, we're going to combine these together. This is going to sound weird, but you're going to promote your Black Friday sales early. So research has been done and it shows that customers start looking for who's going to have what Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales beginning in October. Yeah, I said October. That's like early, right? So what you'll want to do is make sure you have that information now. Start thinking about it and how you're going to present that to your audience so that they know they can depend on something fabulous from you on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Other things you want to take into consideration is do a systems check. Go ahead and test your systems. Make sure it has the bandwidth for an increase or an uptick in sales, because the last thing you want to happen during this busy season is for your systems to fail you and then you lose sales because of that. Other things you might want to think about are, who are you going to collab with during the holidays? Collaborating with different people, products and services that actually align with your products and services open you up to a whole new audience that you may never have been able to meet had it not been for your collab partner. So think about if you can collaborate with people or what kind of partnerships you can build during this Cyber Monday and Black Friday events. The next thing you want to do is figure out how you want to increase your post frequency. This is probably the only time of year that I would say you might want to take an uptick in how frequently you post, especially if you're going to be doing promos and sales and things like that. And then what you want to do for your frequency, I'm not talking about just posting more static posts. What I'm actually talking about is taking advantage of all the outlets each of the social media platforms provide you. So that would be like for Instagram, IGTV, or stories, or reels, or static posts, or going live. Think about creating more content in the veins of the social media platform that you don't really frequent that often, because again, you are going to want to get exposure during this period, and one of the best ways to get exposure is to use all the different avenues the social media apps allow you. Again, consider creating a gift guide for your audience so they know what kind of gifts that they can give their friends and family from your business. It's so helpful when you can do the thinking and the creativity for them. And the other thing that you don't want to forget about is using user generated content. And by that, I mean testimonials or showing people using your products and services in use so people can get an idea of how they can use your products and services for themselves or even for people they're going to gift them to. So there's so much to consider. And like I said, I know it's June and it may sound like I'm jumping the gun, but friend, you are going to thank me later when you have at least all these thoughts mapped out in your head. I'm not saying go ahead and do all the details now. What I'm saying is basically just get an outline started, get a notebook started, and when these little ideas pop into your head, you gotta jot them down so you don't forget come the big sales and promo period. Okay, so we kind of went through the season and all the different holidays that are going on and what you should be doing, but there are some general things that you should be doing to get yourself ready to amp up for this time. And the first thing is do hashtag research now so that you aren't scrambling at the last minute thinking, oh, what are my hashtags going to be for this promo, this launch, this sale, whatever it is you've got going on. There's so many great seasonal hashtags out there. Go ahead and just search those out and pick the ones that best align with your company, your brand, your business, your products, and your services. The next thing you might want to think about doing is creating or selecting a holiday/seasonal color palette that complements your brand colors, but also shows that you're in holiday mode. And it may not even be brand colors. Maybe it's a special little logo that you add onto your posts or onto your graphics that indicate that you're in holiday mode. All the big box stores do it. You should do it too because it just makes you stand out a little bit more. Maybe you're going to have a special tagline during the holidays. So start brainstorming what those taglines are going to be now. Another thing you might want to do is consider scheduling photo shoots now. Book it now for both you and your products before the photographers, before they, get too busy that they're not going to be able to do it. Remember, we're coming out of COVID-19, so people are getting back out. Things are opening up and people are ready to make a big splash for the end of the year. Don't wait to schedule these things because you may not be able to get the service providers that you need. And to go along with the photo shoot, you may want to start collecting certain props that you would love to use during that photo shoot just to make your photos stand out a little bit more. Another thing you can do, and this goes back to the tagline, is maybe you want to think up of a theme for the holidays for your brand. So start brainstorming those as well, whatever that theme may look like for your brand. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to think about is beefing up your email list because there's going to be a ton of noise on social media. So what you want to do is start beefing up your email list now so you can nurture those people when it counts the most, right? During your sales mode. And so some of the ways that you can do that is start creating freebies now that really appeal to your audience. So here are a couple of different things that you can do. You could create a free mini course or a free challenge, a printable, a checklist, maybe even a tutorial, a roadmap, a PDF guide, a workshop, a free trial, an ebook, a swipe file. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of ideas that you can use. And if you need help coming up with ideas of freebies to get more email addresses on your list, let me know because I will create something for you guys so that you can get those people onto your list. So a couple of other general things that you might want to start thinking about in how you will actually make them happen during this busy season is batch creating your content. So that means just creating your content way ahead of time and then scheduling it out there. So again, you're not rushed and hurried. And then the other thing you might want to consider is creating exclusive content to give your audience. And this is one of those ideas that I said before, where it helps you either get people to join your Facebook group or it builds your email list. But the point is driving them somewhere where you can nurture them further, where you can meet their needs more. And then the last thing you want to focus on is consider doing a slow burn all season long. And here's what I mean by this. I mean giving your audience members little benefits throughout the holiday season leading up to the big sales days. So that way you're getting these little micro bursts of sales and promotions going out there, but it's not the big one. However, your audience, you're priming your audience, right? You're letting them know that you're leading up to something really big. So there'll be these little benefits along the way, these little breadcrumbs of stuff that they can purchase, things that are maybe not too expensive, but enticing enough that they will make an impulse buy because you dangled it in front of them. Doing this will also not make you so dependent on those major sales days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You get that nice, slow, consistent burn all season long with the big prize on those specific days. Okay, so those are my thoughts. It was something that was just really sitting on me because I think people wait too long. I think they wait until the kids go back to school before they start planning their holiday sales and promos and their strategy for the season. And I thought if I could get in your ear and in your head, maybe just before all of that happens, maybe it'll help you think about it. It'll help you just brainstorm. And like I said, we're not talking about creating everything right now. What we're really talking about is just getting ideas down on paper so that when the time comes, you can execute a little bit faster and smoother. All right, my friend. Well, that does it for this episode. I hope it was helpful. If you have questions about the holiday season and holiday prep, drop them in the comments, send me a DM, send me smoke signals, however you get a message to me. I would love to know what your question is, because you know what? Someone else out there has that question too. And why not answer it for everyone? All right, until next time, you know what to do. Stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay social. Hey there, I just want to say thank you for spending time with me here today. I know your time is super valuable, which is why I am dedicated to providing lots of usable, actionable information in the shortest amount of time possible. Before you go, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. And if you have ideas or topics you would like me to cover in an upcoming show, let me know about it in the comment section provided.